Doesn't look like Force. Okay, so we played this trailer from this movie called Leonard Part 6, and I always heard rumors that you were in it. Is that true or false?
It's true. You go to IMDb. You sit in front of.
I did. That's the one thing I didn't do. I was like,
yeah.
if only there was some sort of internet movie database that I could search and look up this fact.
Yeah, and there are actually clips on YouTube.
Okay, can you tell us about this experience? Because
how did that come about?
This is a big thing in our life. Is this?
It was really weird. It ruined like a friendship.
Okay, well,
because some guy came to me and said, he was like this big shot actor. He'd been in a couple of James Bond movies, and he said, hey, you should get into movies too. I go, really? He said, yeah, just get a friend to take a picture. I'll have you send it to my agent. Maybe something will happen. Right. So I have a friend, give him $20. He takes a picture of me. They send it in on a Thursday. I have an audition on a Tuesday. They called me back 3 times. I get it. It's Leonard Part 6. I film on it for 3 weeks. I think they pay me scale, which at the time was $2,000 a week.
Whoa.
And
that's good for 1980.
But I'm reading the script, 87.
87.
86, 87. I'm reading the script, and it's terrible. It's not funny. And they go, look,
you knew.
The producer produced The Wall, Pink Floyd's The Wall.
Whoa, really?
And they said, it'll be, don't worry about it. We'll fix it in the mix, Yeah. And it was terrible. But it was so terrible that it crossed that line. So I made over $100,000 on it in royalty because it became a cult favorite.
Yeah.
Really? Huh.
So
well, actually, I remember when it came out, and me and my friends all thought it was like, oh, fucking Bill Cosby with fucking machine guns and lasers. Yeah. We were into it.
Riding a fucking ostrich.
Yeah, the little kids liked it. I
swear. So
I was in the theater that Christmas after it came out alone watching it. I said, oh, it'll be great to watch it with a crowd. So I went and bought a ticket. I was like,
is that what ended the friendship? It was that your friend got you a part in Leonard Part 6?
No,
you hated him for it?
What was weird is that his wife kept telling him after that, why can't you be more like Eugene? Because I got so much money from the movie.
Right.
You get free health insurance if you get that much money.
So she was essentially like, you were in Leonard Part 6.
Yeah, right. Even when it was a bad movie, it started making money. So
are you a member of the Screen Actors Guild?
I am.
Hell yeah.
I am, yeah, for sure. So.
Okay, well, what did you play in the movie?
I played the henchman of a woman who was trying to take over the world.
Gotcha. Oh, you're a henchman.
I'm a henchman number 3.
Number 3? That's the best henchman to be, actually.
Of course, and strangely enough, I had 3 lines.
Wow. It's like some numerology.
And I had a big stunt, and the big stunt almost Vic Morrowed me, which Vic Morrow was killed in the making of the Twilight Zone.
Right.
Oh my God! Oh, he was in that movie.
He was the guy that was
the Twilight Zone.
decapitated.
He was decapitated. But
Vic Morrow. Yeah.
Yeah, they told me, okay, we're gonna have this horse run down this long hallway and jump through this plate glass, and you got to stop the horse. And we only have 3 sheets of glass. It's this big candy glass that the horse has to jump through. So you got to do it right, So the first time, I'm like, I could hear this horse coming down, and I could just, hearing it, right?
The only direction they give you is you've got to stop the horse.
You got to stop the horse. You just jump in front of it like this, right? The horse will stop. So the horse jumps through it's covered in black plastic, and the horse has been trained to jump through black plastic. So the horse jumps through the black plastic, all the candy glass breaks, and suddenly, a horse outside is big. A horse in a room is huge, And I'm like, and I kind of, I'm acting, right? But I'm like scared, and I run out of the front. And then they send over the head of stunts, and the guy says, look, if you can't do this, I'll just get one of my stunt guys to do it. I mean, if you're afraid of, I was like, nah, I thought that was good. He goes, no, we want that horse to knock you, you want, you really try. And I was like, so he goes, I have a trick for you. Brace your arms in front of you like you're pushing something. Lock your elbows. And I was like, fuck, okay, I'm gonna do it. So I do it the second time, second sheet of glass, and this time, because I have almost think in my head, I can stop this horse, and so I kind of I don't brace my arms. I grab the horse, and I'm sort of pulling its head, and the horse is kind of pulling me around. And they said, look, we've got 1 sheet of glass left. You do this right, or you're, And so I go, all right. So they get this big, huge piece of glass, and the horse comes running down, and I go, I'm going to do this. And I jump in front of the horse. I brace my arms because and that horse, knocked me. It was one of those things where I didn't think I would ever stop rolling. And I ended up about 20 feet across this fake control room with my head smashed into this console. And I knew it was bad because the stunt director came over to me and was like, You okay?
Damn.
And I was like, yeah, I think I'm okay. You know, that's going to have to do because that's the third sheet of glass. He goes, no, you're fine.
Oh shit.
Was that the take that got in the movie?
Yeah, except they cut me like flying through the air and rolling and smashing into the machine because they're like, whatever.
You should just count
reason,
yourself
you know?
lucky they didn't turn the ostrich loose on you.
Those ostriches were there. They were kind of creepy, you know. So
Thank you for discussing with this.
No,
Because,
I'm fine.
You
know?
this is your film career is something that doesn't usually get discussed actually.
Yeah, this is probably the first time. We
Wow.
mentioned it in passing. You know?
Okay,
Or they
because-
talk about the stuff I did with Gus Van Sant more.
Right. I wanted to ask you about that because
Yeah.
that guy's a trip.
He is a trip.
I love
An
some of
actual
his movies,
fact.
and some of his movies are the worst thing I've ever seen.
He's a trip as a person too.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like I don't understand his art. I don't.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I don't get it.
Yeah, well, you know, I had been for a long time. I could do a Gus Van Sant imitation. I don't think I can do it anymore. But he was like one of those guys. When you talk to him, you're not sure English is his first language. Really, like he'll look at you for a long time after you've said something, and then he'll say something maybe, and finally, when they said came out that he was like an alcoholic, I go, oh man, maybe that makes sense.
Oh, he was drunk the whole time.
Could have been drunk the whole time.
What film did you work on him with?
We didn't work on a film. We worked on a Miller Genuine Draft TV commercial.
What?
What?
Yeah.
MGD?
Yeah. And you want to talk. I didn't take it seriously at all.
Right.
I was it'll be fun if I get it. If I don't get it, I didn't take it seriously until I started getting paid for it. And I made a lot of money on it, right? And I started thinking, well, why the fuck would Gus Van Sant do this? And then it dawned on me that he would do it because
For free beer.
commercials don't flop.
Yeah.
Right.
No. Yeah.
Maybe it was for free beer.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they tricked him into doing it. Well, he had done some music videos, I think, for Blind Melon or some shit like that.
Were the MGD commercials all like dark and heady and?
No. This was like
He could be
did it-
mainstream.
He did it straight up, man. It was like a dog, a bunch of guys sitting comparing tattoos, like dock workers. And this kid says, "I have a tattoo," and he's got a little dog on his arm, and we start laughing at him, and the dog jumps out of his arm and runs down the bar, gets a beer, then jumps back in his arm after having.
I remember
a beer.
this. Yeah.
You remember that? And then we're like, "Whoa!" And it was totally
I had
cool.
no idea that Gus Van Sant. had
Van
anything
Sant.
Yeah,
to do with
see,
that.
you didn't
Yeah.
know. Win or
figure.
lose.
I mean,
you
this
didn't
might have
know.
been. What year was this? Like around?
Oh shit! I have no. Well, I can because I took the money from it and bought a house. So I remember
Fuck,
it was
man.
maybe 1989.
Wow.
something like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He already made My Own Private Idaho and shit.
Oh yeah. I mean, and I was like the only guy in the audition room because they got all these muscle guys who knew who he was, right?
Uh-huh.
So they said, well, talk to the camera, tell them about your tattoos and why you got them or something. And I said something about being high on LSD or some such thing because I figured I knew he was into it. So, but then the guy next to me had a tattoo of a snake on his head. And he leans forward, to show the camera his tattoo, and he goes, "My name is Nick Danger." And I just lose it, right? I start laughing hysterically, and that's what got me the role. Is that I laughed?
Oh, you act natural.
Yeah, Nick Danger.
So that wasn't.
You know what?
Hunter.
I gotta say, I'm tired of hearing about Nick Danger.
That guy haunts my fucking life.
My God, he's everywhere.